first driver into the 18s, getting lost in all this chaos. Wouter has retired in the pit lane, so he is not going to get another lap in. 10 will be deflated wee. He is currently 3/10 up on his previous best, which is not good enough to beat Björn at the moment. Sebastian crosses the line P10, so there was no improvement for him. And Deflated enters the final corner now. He does not invalidate. He's got a bit of battery left to play with. Alessio is in the background. Deflated stays P4. Alessio invalidated. That is not what he would have wanted. Codcamper is next and goes P. Steinjoss was up next, sorry, and goes P2. Then we have another car there. That was Björn. Codcamper will go P2 ahead of his teammate. So that looks like a Björn pole. Just Killian left, but he has invalidated. So that is the end of qualifying. So as Rothwell has left again, that's not great for him. But so to round off the top 13 drivers, we have Björn on pole. Great lap from him. Codcamper P2, Steinjoss P3. 5 red lights, and away they fly. It's underway here in Canada as Björn gets a very nice start, but Steinjoss and Codcamper going side by side into turn 1 as Killian is now battling Deflated Wee on the exit of turn 2. Deflated Wee getting the better of that as everyone else just follows through. Marlboro makes his way past the ghosted Rothwell. Underway, Björn is still leading the way. Steinjoss following just behind both of them, using their medium tyres to their advantage. And as Red Dragon has clearly stated, Björn has broken a 3-second lead, which Codcamper will now be looking to get past his teammate with the use of Zebattery and DRS, which he does. David makes his way past Max's Deflated Wee, pulls into the pit lane off his hard tyres. A very, very early stop there for Deflated Wee, but he does not feel comfortable going around with that wing damage. The Red Bull driver, as you can quite clearly see, makes him past with ease. As Killian has a look down the inside, as Steinjoss has to take the off ramp. And Steinjoss gets passed by Wouter as well. And it's brought out the VSC. That is Sebastian who is round. And I believe he does not have a front wing. As you can see from this camera, I do not believe he has a front wing. Yeah, Sebastian does not have a front wing. That is very, very interesting. Comes in for a pit stop, maybe trying a different strategy. He'll be, I hope for his sake that the VSC does not call it quits now. Yeah, I'm good, Steely, thank you very much. Teammate 4 tonight. Deflated Wee's got a drive-through. That is not good. The VSC has officially ended, so it has not worked in Sebastian's favour. Deflated Wee has been disqualified for ignoring a drive-through penalty. What? So that is it for Deflated Wee's race. He did not serve his drive-through within 3 laps, which means he has been disqualified. That is very unusual. We have not got a safety car brought out because of it, but that is not a usual sight to see. Trying to nurse it through, to those tyres through to the end. I mean, to be fair, Björn could. Rothwell has had some dodgy internet, as Alessio makes the move on. As Marlboro gets a 3-second time penalty. Flag, which is Sebastian, is round again. He's hit the wall. Very unfortunate. He's stopped. And He is not moving. He is struggling to get it going. He was not able to. He managed to find his way out of the grass. Alessio, we got a yellow flag in sector 2, which I believe is Steinos, who is going slowly. Got some grass on his tyres, so must have. And he's got end plate damage. That is big for Steinos' race. He's spent 8 laps on his tyres, and he spins on as he takes a very nice line, gets a 10-second time penalty. It really. Is it raining? It's raining! It's raining! Oh my days! I did not know there was going to be rain, but I did notice it was starting to get cloudy. And Marlborough is the first to take effect to this wet weather. We did not know it was going to be raining. But Cog is in, Alessio is in, Killian is in. 10-10 will surely follow them in. 10-10 continues on. We are getting a range of strategies here. Red Dragon saying too early. I think it might be very, very close. Wuta gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. The DRS has officially been enabled as 10-10 goes straight on. Those conditions are definitely not suited and booted. So we'll see where, as Max is out of the session, and there's a safety car! No way! And that Max crash here. So Björn and 10-10 have played an absolute blinder of a strategy by staying out just that one extra lap. And in fact, no, it hasn't worked for 10-10. I spoke too soon. 10-10 is still in the pit lane. But I believe 10-10... Do you have wing damage? I'm not sure, but he will come out in P5. But the safety car does mean that this battle for the top 3 is going to get very, very interesting. Going yet, he's not going, he's not going, he's not going, he's not going, he is not going yet, he's not going, this is very, very slow. Safety car is now into the pit lane, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone, he's legged it, he's legged it, he's legged it. If Björn loses his race, this will be very unlucky for him. And he was able to gain a 5/10 gap as Wuta and David are battling here. A bit of contact there, nothing too serious. Björn is leading the way. Wuta has made his way past David. David getting very unfortunate. It looked like he went straight onto the grass. One of these cars, no damage though, fortunately. Been absolutely dominant all race. And he will cross. He's been far and out the quickest man on the track, and he's celebrating already. Look at him go. He has absolutely walked this race, and it has been absolutely amazing to see. And he will celebrate crossing the line. The V-carb mechanics will be going wild, and it is a win for Björn. And Camper will cross the line P2. Alessio will cross the line P3 in his debut race. Killian will cross the line P4. 10-10 P5, but Wuta will go ahead in P5 as 10-10 is in the wall. Ghostwell will be P6, but he has not been here, so Camper P2. We thought he was going to be caught by Alessio at the end. He was not. He managed to stay ahead. Björn absolutely dominant, getting P1. Camper P2, Alessio P3, on Killian P4, Wuta P5, 10-10 P6, David P7, Marlborough P8 after getting a lot of penalties. Finishing runs now, but next over to the line will be Alessio. So that guy will be starting from at least P6. Alessio P1. He just beat Cod Camper. Next up is Björn, who is currently P5.
Ethan passes sector 1. Seems like he'd
And
be improving a lot.
Björn goes P3. Our championship leader is P3.
Yeah.
That guy has already finished. Who is that? Is Wouter. He's
Ethan
not
goes through
improving.
comps. He seems to be improving a lot on his time. The track for really ramping up now.
Shermanator goes
P2.
P2. Max goes P5. We've got a Ferrari up next.
I think it stopped raining.
It's Rothwell goes P6. Next up is Deflated Wheeze, 1.7 seconds up. He goes P6 with a fastest sector 3, which means John is up next, and he might have got the pull of the conditions here. And John will go P9. Oh
no.
wow.
Next up is Falcon,
And
I think.
Falcon P10.
Ethan.
Ethan goes fastest.
35.9.
Ethan goes fastest. And Killian goes P8.
Ethan
and that is
gets
it.
pole position.
That is it for our first qualifying tier assist rate. No, qualifying
tier.
That is our first qualifying session over for the realistic tier.
It's lights out and away they go in Silverstone.
He stole my line. As Ethan leads the way, he's getting Shermanators alongside, and the Sauber of Björn gets pulled off track ever so slightly, but Shermanator looks to make the move.
That guy down. With a lot of position changes to turn 3. That's turn, yeah, the 3 wide briefly.
It was Alex looked like he got a bit caught out as Alessio and Björn are fighting into Luffield. This is very chaotic so far. Ethan still leading the way. Björn gets past Alessio as that guy's looking to make his way up the pack. Björn has got past Ethan on lap 1, so Björn is definitely going to look at running away. Falcon is round at Club.
Björn with the fastest lap, 35.8 on lap 1.
Up as we'll go back on board with Ethan.
Björn,
He's back with Shermanator, and Shermanator is looking at Shermanator is making his way past Ethan down the straight.
Well, it's Alessio looking for the move to Bell chicane.
Bit of battling, a bit of contact, nothing too serious there.
Again.
It's rough. The battle between
looking to break the toe, I think. Oh, that deflated wheel looking for the move on Ethan. Alex gets a 3-second track penalty. Ethan is down to P5.
So the point was about lap 8. So we might be seeing it around then as Alessio uses the power of the drag reduction system.
It's not really best for them to fight right now. The best thing they can do is just put the pressure on Björn. On the grid now, but he's holding on very well. Just about in DRS.
And Deflated Wheel is looking to get past Shermanator into
Ethan lost DRS there.
Oh, but Shermanator comes back.
A fight between the two Red Bulls here.
The two sister teams going at it.
The front runners here. Hold on, keep the gap 6-10 to Alessio.
That guy on the outside of Stone makes the move done, and he doesn't go but Ethan comes back! Ethan comes back! And he's on the outside, is he going to try and recreate the through goes Hamilton? He's not going to have the traction of the corner, but he is going to have a look into turn 3.
Through turn 1 here.
Contact in the race there as Todd Camper stole the win on Tuesday. We've got a car round. That is...
Who is that? I don't know.
There was a yellow flag and I don't know what happened.
Go on to the motor straight.
But that guy took his soft tyres for 12 laps. That is absolutely bidonculous. Like, that he took the soft tyres the same amount of time as some of the drivers on mediums did into the pits, and Alessio will continue on and take the lead of this race.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Oh, and deflated wee makes the last jump along with last ditch jump. Oh, he's got 10 seconds!
Oh,
No!
deflate our leader with a 10-second penalty. He cannot serve with a pit stop either.
Deflated wee, no! I mean, it is a very easy pit lane to get caught out on, as he makes his way past Shermanator before Stowe. I have to make sure every time. It's like they're identical corners as well.
Oh, John with a penalty!
No way! It's
He
happened!
just said he was allergic to warnings and penalties, but he gets a 3-second time penalty for breaking track limits.
That's the first time I've seen that in a long time.
Dare I chalk it into the commentator's curse?
John has a track limit penalty. That is going into the special mentions at the end of the drive, in the driver of the day. I like how we got the two. Oh, drive around.
Oh,
He's
safety car.
He's lost the front wing, and it is a VSC. There's no safety car on the map, but it is a VSC. That is very unfortunate for, and that doesn't.
Penalty runners. That mods the penalty runners.
It doesn't. I mean, it's a VSC, so it's not. If it was a full course, then it would be mud them.
Yeah, slightly though.
Max is using this VSC G-Pit. He's currently running P12. Of course, points in IIRL do go down to P15.
So everyone who finishes today guaranteed points.
Currently going to be P3. Ethan makes his way past Killian, but Killian makes his way back through. As Ethan might have a look now into the straight bit before Cops. That is not going to be fun for him if he can try and gain some battery, thank you, in the second half of this lap.
Yeah, he's got one DRS zone left to do. He's going to need a mythical Maggots Beckett's in Chapel now.
And his tyres are the exact same age as Björn. So while Björn is in the stake of fronting Sauber, is the Mercedes got better tyre wear? Who knows? He doesn't look close enough.
Now.
He doesn't look close enough.
Yeah, Bjorn using all the battery now. I think Bjorn he secured it, dare I say.
Unless he gets a time penalty round the final corners, which would be blast mode.
Oh,
that scared me.
3-second penalty.
That scared me. But no. Björn will come round the final corner and be our first winner of realistic tier. Alessio crosses the line P2, great showing for there. Deflated has a 10-second time penalty, so where will he drop? John and Cod Camper fight. So
deflated
so Cod Camper and Shermanator's got P3. In the end of it, Shermanator's got P3, Cod Camper P4. John is P5. I need to cough. Deflated Wee P6, Rothwell P7. Yeah, Rothwell P7 after that guy's time penalties. Killian P9, Ethan P10, Pad. Use out. But as you can see, Björn is on the top step of the podium alongside Alessio in P2 and the Red Bull of Shermanator in P3. But that is the end of the very first race in open/realistic tier. It is round 3. This is going to get confusing as we go along through the season. I have been have yourself, and he goes P6 ahead of his teammate by 200. As he goes straight on. That's funny.
Right, John now. Oh,
Björn has been disqualified for driving the wrong way, which means he'll be starting from the back of the grid.
Alongside Patch.
Energy up next.
Off. That 10,000. Alright, John up to the line after Energy. No, it's a 17-2 for Energy. John up to the line, the 4-time champion.
He's not improving. Oh, he goes up to P6.
5. Alright, who's up next? That's Striker.
He's 2 tenths up.
The flag falls during qualifying. A few drivers left on their runs. Majority of the grid actually.
Striker to the line now. P9 ahead of Max.
16.9.
Deflated Wee P1!
Provisional pole for the RB driver.
As Killian's up next. Killian to the line now. Killian P4. Deaton's up next. He's 2/10 up.
Deaton to the line.
Deaton P11. Shermanator.
P6
for Shermanator. Deflated Wee is on pole. It is 5 red lights. And away they fly. And it's a great start from Björn, as you would expect, at the back of the grid. He's made his way up one position, and Cod Camper is getting very
3 wide.
Oh, there's a man at the wall. There's someone straight on there. It's Max. Go straight on. I think a bit of contact there. As John has made his way through on Cod Camper, we have got a yellow, which is Max.
3 wide into the bottom of Björn and Energy and Deaton.
Oh my god.
Björn off into 10 from 15.
As Shermanator makes his way through, there's contact between Björn and Deaton. Cod Camper's made his way through on John. Very similar move to the one that was done on Tuesday that is currently in the steward's room.
Side by side into this corner.
And Nico's having a look.
Cod Camper on the other side of the traction, but John snaps on the exit of the corner, keeps the position. That's 2 wide behind between Björn and Nico there. Björn getting the overtake done. It's 8th place.
Look at where Björn is right now. Björn has already made his way up to P7 after starting from the back of the grid. He is on the back of Cod Camper, who has now fallen off the back of John. He goes through. Cod Camper doesn't make it too difficult. And Cod Camper's gone into the back of Björn.
Oh, is that damage for Cod Camper?
It's a McQueen reference for everyone who knows. And Striker makes his way through. Björn has overtaken John. Wow. I think it's safe to say that Björn is very comfortable with the conditions out there. And Nico is making a move on Wouter. Bit of contact there, but nothing too serious. Through. Björn has been and is potentially going to look for a way through on Alessio anytime now, potentially into turn 1. As Nico has made his way through on John, getting the better of the traction in the better car of the Ferrari.
Corners, but he will be feeling some of it, absolutely.
On Cod Camper and John are fighting into the right-hander.
Very perhaps nice. A bit of squeeze there.
Björn is the first to make a pit stop. Yep, plenty of drivers to make their way through, but the 2 Saubers are going to double stack here. So John getting very unfortunate. They've gone on to the intermediates.
Oh wow, the conditions really matter.
Which will put Cod Camper into the lead as he started on the intermediates. G has made his way past John, but John finds a way back through. Wow. Oh, Björn making the move. Deflated Wee fighting back. Oh, Björn goes off track. Whoa. As Björn finally sends it and makes his way through. But Deflated Wee has a look around the outside, tries the switchback, and they're still side by side, but all contact between the 2 drivers. Deflated Wee's in the wall! Has he got wind damage? He's got away with it.
Cod Camper sitting there with a massive grin on his face. Very far ahead now, he's getting in front of time. Deflated Wee, Björn fighting, he's going to the chicane.
He's made his way through. Deflated Wheat is still leading the way. Björn gets a better run out of the chicane, so Björn will be looking for the move. He goes, he
goes on the inside. Oh, Deflated Wheat a bit narrow there, but he's secured the line and he's got the power down. Burns the battery. Björn put the toe. Maybe turn one.
Oh, around the outside. Oh, they're going for it. Oh, it's all very fair between the two. Deflated Wheat staying on track. And he goes, oh my god, he's going for it again. Oh, bit of contact with the wall.
Narrow. Gap on camera is increased by 2 seconds.
That's it, bit passing Deflated Wheat. Round the outside of 11. Will he make it stick? There's a bit of touchy.
Right, it's turn 12.
And they're still side by side.
Now it's turn 13.
Oh, he's pushed wide. Oh, he's pushed wide. That's very unfortunate. He makes his way back through. And Cod Camper is finally in. He took those intermediates 18 laps. Looking at making his way through.
Oh, Nico,
oh, he's in the wall.
Was that wing damage?
Still on the back of Alessio and has got Killian with a second behind as well. As a yellow, it's D-Tong round. That's very unfortunate for D-Tong. Is Alessio going to have a look? He's definitely got lower wings. And he makes... Oh, he has a look, but Björn stays ahead. As Wouter gets a 3 second. And that also, as Cod Camper is now finding some pace, he's 1.8 seconds off the pace. Alessio makes the move on Björn. And he stays ahead. Björn on traction.
Deflated Wheat catching up, less than a second now. It's a 3-horse fight.
Oh my god, sit up folks for these last 2 laps. Killian's out of fuel! Killian's out of fuel! Oh no, Killian! So Killian is out of the fight. Animal Kingdom.
What a place we're watching.
And Deflated Wheat is out of fuel as well!
Oh!
Deflated Wheat is out of fuel! Cod Camper's on the podium! No!
That promotes Cod Camper to the podium.
No way! Deflated Wheat's got a 10-second time penalty! No! Oh. As it currently stands, Alessio is going to cross the line for his first win in IIRL.
Come on, Alessio. Come on, you got this.
Of course, there are potential of steward room stuff, but Max makes his way past Deflated Wheat on no fuel. And Alessio is going to come through for his first on-track win, I think.
Believe it is, yeah. Alessio rounds the corner for his first on-track win in IIRL. Round of applause for the Aston Martin driver.
Round of applause for Alessio coming across the line and his first on-track win. Björn second.
Last to second. I've got to say that also
Cod
could be
Camper
deserving driver of the day.
And Wouter. Max with a great comeback race, I believe.
I've got to say this might be one of the best races ever. We've got Björn going. He's saying 95% he had in his grip one of his
bloody hell.
How did he keep that on track, Björn?
Shermanator 6th, John 7th, Shermanator also getting the fast lap. Energy 8th.
95% tyres. How are you even like...
Killian will be crossing the line P10.
Last second Björn and the first ever win for Alessio.
Absolutely incredible scenes. That was a great race to watch. To round off the top 15, Alessio P1, Björn P2, Cod Camper P3, setting out a podium. Wouter P4, Max P5, Shermanator P6, John 7th, Energy 8th, Deflated Wheat 9th, Killian 10th. Through that, Ferrari was in a very, very obscurious location. Cod Camper goes fastest. He is only just quicker than Deflated Wheat. So David is currently 2.7 tenths up, or 0.27 tenths up even. on his best lap time, so we'll see where this will put him. And David will go P3.
No.
Great lap there from David,
What
which means that that guy's next. He hasn't got any deployment yet left. So if we see him improve, it'll be very good lap time from him. As he doesn't improve, which means next is an Alpine of Alessio, our second placed in the Drivers' Championship driver, I believe. P3 for Alessio. He's robbed P3 off David. We got a gaggle of cars
now
next.
to the line. That is
Right,
pole position
deflated
for
wing has
deflated
improved.
Killian
Gaggle
remains
of cars.
P6.
We've got Rothwell as well, but I think Krispy Kreme is just ahead of him, who goes onto the gravel and invalidates. I think potentially trying to get out of the way of Rothwell, who is a 10th up. So he will stay where he is. And that is it for the qualifying session.
So no way we go realistic tier.
You
Great
almost
start
said
by-
something wrong.
I was about to say realistic assist here. I think
Cushion.
I sold the back there.
Ooh,
Deflated
Alessio on the
wheel
outside.
Position, Alessio up to P2.
I think there's a
few
car
position
round at
changes
the back.
at the back as well. Yeah, Fry drops to P11, I believe. Got now fighting. Blizzard and Shermanator fighting. We go through the Ignis. So Cod Camper pulls away by 8-10 to Alessio.
Oh,
Well,
someone in the
car goes
gravel.
wide.
Krispy
It was
Kreme in the
wonderful.
gravel.
Out on P.
Back up to the front. Cod Camper is leading away. Got the flying start on the mediums, and that guy is round. He's gone off at Degner too, and he has got wing damage. Has he got wing damage? I think he might a little bit. And strategy, as John did win on Tuesday. We've got a car round at the Degner. That is Krispy Kreme. He's gone right when he should have gone straight, and he's lost an end plate damage. So he's got.
Got Shermanator going for the overtake on Alex. Gets the overtake. Alex
Padge gets the move.
screaming. Clarence P11 on track now. Padge climbing up the order, and that's it.
And Alessio, little deflated wheeze on the grass, and they go side by side through 130R. That was very, very out of nowhere. And deflated
Alessio
wheeze,
into P1 through Casilla.
deflated wheeze was settled behind Alessio. Alessio having great performances as of late. As Cod Camper makes his way back through on deflated wheeze, not getting a good final corner. Padge making a move on Shermanator down the back straight towards 130R.
I'm starting to think Padge is in addiction to last the first challenger.
Had to commit to two stop. It's Cod. No, sorry. Nyko, my mistake, makes his first pit stop of the race. David carries on. We got a change for the lead. Cod Camper making his way past Alessio with the use of DRS. Alessio looks to make the move and send on Cod Camper, but is not able to. He looks to make the switch back, and he's going down the inside. Ooh, backs out at the last moment. Very right point, which
I'd imagine that's
just
the
makes it
same
worse.
reason for the top 15th and above getting points, so we're getting more drivers. Alright.
Yeah, it was at all the Cod Camper and Alessio going side by side through the S section. We'll come back onto your point in a moment. But Cod Camper staying ahead, Alessio looking to fight wherever he can.
So I can definitely agree with that.
Oh, Deflated Wee down the inside as contact between Alessio and Deflated Wee. Deflated Wee is looking for a way past Alessio, and Alessio, while Cod Camper pulls into the pits, Alessio does have DRS from Cod Camper.
And has the DRS advantage as well.
Wow. Round, that is, I think that is Rothwell. He's in the
Rothwell,
gravel. That is very unfortunate for his return race, but he manages to keep it going. It doesn't look like he has hit a wall, and it's going to be very close between him and the Red Bulls here. And he is going to come out just ahead of the Red Bulls. That's kind of like the perfect placement for Deflated Wee, ahead, and he will slot in just ahead of the Red Bulls, who are looking very, very feisty in their own way. The Shermanator is round in the Cesses.
I don't know what he was destroying, but I saw something great when he went into it, into Degnan 2.
Oh, turns to the outside as Nico pits now with Cod Camper being not having the DRS. The deflated V will make this look easy on Cod Camper, who is on the hard tyres. We got a little mid-train
up to P7, then P5.
Yeah, Padge is having a great race. He is up 8 was it 8? Yeah, 8 positions so far, and with a net 2 more, that's going to be a great finish for Padge. He could be on for driver of the day here if it carries on. Makes realistic tier very good, and if you would very much like to be in this tier and race in IRL, you are very much welcome to join.
I think I'll be racing next week as a reserve. I can get to see. I'm going to be wanting to look for a move now.
And Alessio round the outside. Alessio has gone deep. There is contact.
That might be. I'm just going to clip that.
And they'll have their own POVs, but Camper is looking at the back end as Wizard Mitten gets a bit of contact there between Cod Camper and Deflated Wheat. Cod Camper looking to push Deflated Wheat through the final corner with the use of DRSing. Very, very defensive driving. He moves over and there's contact between the two! There's contact between the two as we move back to the off-board Camper. Cod Camper is ahead of Deflated Wheat. I don't think either driver will be happy about that. But if the dirty air affects Deflated Wheat into Spoon and on the exit of Spoon, he might not be able to make a move. But Deflated Wheat is now 4 tenths between Deflated Wheat and Cod Camper, and he is going to burn every single bit of his battery. It's now 4 tenths between them, 3 tenths.
Right,
2 tenths as the yellow flag.
He's
gonna. He looked at it and he's gone deep. Deflated Wheat has gone deep, but that's positive for the win. So Cod Camper will cross the line to finish P1. Deflated Wheat will have to settle for P2. Alessio will have to settle for P3. David will cross the line for, I believe, what will be his highest finish of the season of P4. That guy will cross the line P5. Rye will cross the line P6, but Padge will finish P5 because of the time penalties. That's a great finish for Padge.
Equals his best ever result this season, on par with assist here last Sunday.
And
I think that's got to be driver of the day.
Falcon will cross the line P9. Killian, will he get the fastest lap? He pitted on for the final lap. Will he get the fastest lap? Killian in the Williams. He does not get the fastest lap. Wow.
That is it. Cod Camper wins.
Alex will cross the line P11, and Cod Camper will now celebrate his P1.
Padge was driver of the day, but I think.
And Alessio will go P5. Great lap there from Alessio. David actually invalidated, which means next up will be Tacit. Ross has already set a lap. But Tacit next to the line will be P13 for Tacit. Max goes fastest with a 13.2, a 42.3. Unless Rothwell went P11 in that. This is chaos. I'm going to lose out drivers. Energy and Nico were unable to move. The Deflated Wee goes P1, a 10th faster. We do have John and Deflated Wee, but John is not improving, which means Cod Camper is also invalidated. So the Saubers are not going to go quicker. Killian's just gone third, which leaves Leo up next, and Leo will go fastest. Leo is on pole for his debut, unless Deton can have anything to say about it, but there's P17 for Deton, which means Leo, on his debut for the league, will go fastest ahead, is on pole ahead of Deflated Wii. In lap there from Leo. There's 5 red lights. And away they fly down the grid. It's a great start from Leo in the wet tyres. Cars is Deflated Wii, bit of contact there. And John and everyone, bit of contact there in the back. The 4 drivers getting caught up there, including the 2 Aston Martins. As you get through turn Erusian Rally on, Sherman has made his way past Ethan, and Ross has made his way past Deton, who might be struggling with the conditions. Got Camper and Killian are fighting, and Nico has made his way past Shermanator and Alessio, and Tass has got a 3-second time having 4 corner cutting outside. As Deflated Wii has now made his way past Leo into Puon, but Leo is going to look back and try and make the move back. All very fair. Wing damage, there's contact between the 2. Leo has got wing damage. As Killian makes his way past John, and Nico is passing John as well. Max has got a very nice gap as it currently stands. He can make a pass, and Alessio is also looking to make his way past Shermanator. This allows Killian through to have a try on Leo, and Nico through the corner before Stabilo makes his way through. And Camper is now being looked at past by his teammate for the night, John, as through Blanchimont switches to the inside, but at the moment Leo is going to be looked at being passed by John now down the Chem straight, and Leo will have to settle for P6 as it currently stands when he comes out. As contact between Deton and Ethan there, I believe, which allows Energy and Ross to get through. As someone goes straight on, and Rich Energy is out of the session, and that's a safety car! That is a safety car! That's a BSC. I don't know, Jeff. I think it's a BSC. We should never have the Aston Martin again. As Deflated Wii are now on the outside of Max, will make the move. Goes a bit deep, but will make the move stick. Max has a look at the switchback. Will he get the traction? He will not. As Killian is looking to make the move, and he makes the move stick. Very, very nice move there. Further upfield, you've got Deflated Wii still leading the way by 1.2 seconds to Killian. John has made his way past Max at the exit of Bruchel. Find his way through, and he makes his way through into the bus stop, and a little bit of a tap there by Flipperlister. Pit stop, and John will make his way past Alessio, who I imagine will be in this lap. Leo gets a 3-second time penalty, but Deflated Wii was leading the pack. He's on the medium tyres. By going an extra lap is still ahead, and Nico is on the hard. John will make his way through, and he will be just in the DRS. I do not believe the DRS has been enabled yet. And John with the use of DRS will make his easily through on Nico. And Max has made his way past Deaton, but Deaton stays ahead. Bit of contact between the two. Oh, contact, and Max is round. Rothwell has tapped, which has also sent Marlborough round as well. Marlborough has reset the track. For an extra lap. So we've got yellow flags in sector 2. That is a Haas of Leo who is spun and has now come back onto track now. This has not been a good race for the pole sitter, has it? To make the way through with DRS, he makes his way through just after the detection point. And Nico currently in 4P3 as it comes. He'll have to defend from John for at least one more lap, but it also seems like Killian is struggling on his tyres. Deflated Wee coming home for his 31st win, and this has been a great race weekend for action. As Willow, welcome to the race, the ending of the race. I hope your league thing went well. And Sherman getting another 3-second time penalty, but deflated Wee will cross the line to finish P1. And Willow, it was actually it was the start of the race was raining, and it changed about lap 12. Oh, the Killian P2, Nico P3, John P4, Cod Camper will be P5. In the Stick-a-thon Team Kicks Alba. Flipper List on his debut will be P6. David will cross the line P7, up 13 positions from the back of the grid. Ross with a great race for P8. Ethan will be P9, drop down to P11, and Alessia will be P8 in all of that carnage, and Deaton P10. Shermanator will cross the line P12 in from my stats. The stats I have available to me. Use the wet from my stats. The stats I have available to me. Use the wet weather and chose the right moment to pit very, very nicely. Chose to pit a lap later than John about who I think deserves it. But that is the end for the race. Deflated Wee P1, Killian P2, Nico P3, John P4, Cod Camper P5, Lister 6th, David 7th, Alessio 8th, Ross 9th, Deaton 10th, Ethan in the 19s. That guy, we got Flipper Lister has pulled into the pit lane. David is up next. Flipper Lister has retired, so he will not be going again. David goes P3 just outside the 16s. We had a McLaren of Tacit, Padge going through to start his final run. Naoka has pulled into the pit lane as well. We got John and Cod. John goes P3, and with a 15.9, and Cod does not make it into the 15s. He will be starting just behind David as the checker flag is now out. So we got an Alpine of Alessia up next. He's invalidated, so that means our next driver will be Nico. And Nico will go P2 with a 15.8. Great lap there from Nico. We got the other Red Bull pulling into the pit lane of Wizard Mitten, which means next is Max, but he is invalidated, which means next up will be Deflated Wee, if I can find him. He's a 10th up, he goes P4, and then Killian will be up next. He's only half a 10th up as it currently stands, but it only keeps him P9. Which means up next is Ethan. Can he get on? He's not improving. Never mind, Ethan will be starting P3. Next up will be that guy. Good evening, Rids. I hope you're very well, my friend. We're just reaching the end now of qualifying, so we'll be back here with the times. That guy is up next to the line. He goes P12, and Padge pulls into the pit lane, so he will be starting last on the grid. So that is the end of qualifying, where the top 8 7 are within 3/10 of each other, which is exactly what we love to see. Alessio fastest with a 15.7, Nico P2, Ethan P3, Deflated Wee P4, John P5, David P6, Cod P7, Flipperlista P8, Killian P9, Naoka P10. Away they fly! As Nico does not able to get a run, but David is falling down the order. He's not got a good start there. It's into 1. There's a little bit of contact there between the Sauber and the Haas there. As Nico and Alessio go side by side through turn 1, and Alessio, bit of contact there, but they are still side by side. This is lovely battling. It is only lap 1, however. Alessio stays ahead of Nico for now. But you would think as Naoka is rounded into the grass and has lost their wing, and they've got end plate damage in their debut race. It's very unfortunate for Naoka. As we got a spinner in the back, that is Tacit, and Tacit has broken his front wing. That is not a good start for Tacit, and he is beat. Is he beat? No, he is not. He has just got wing damage. Deflated Wee makes the move on Alessio, on Nico, my apologies. Looks like he gets a better run, but he is not close enough to the back of Alessio to make any sort of move, as John goes down the inside of Nico and gets the move done. Camper was able to make the move on Flipperlista using his battery, and he is looking very, very likely. Alessio goes defensive, and there's contact between the two. He goes deep, and that allows John to make the move on Alessio. What a move by John! That move has allowed John and Deflated Wee to get past. We got contact. That's David, who's without a front wing. That is not good. I did not know what happened there. Apologies. I will fire the TV crews. Naoka has gone straight on at the penultimate corner. Alessio's trying the one stop.
Yeah, I project the crossover between the hard and the mediums between lap 5 and 7.
Yeah, I was saying about lap 8.
Half got faster. Yeah, between lap 5 and 8. Depending on how much you put the tyres.
Deflated Wee answers Cod Camper's undercut here, where he comes in, which allows John and Alessio and others through.
Early on.
Yeah, Deflated Wee coming out very, very close with Cod Camper there, as they're on 2 different tyres, so you would think that this is going to be all very, very close. It's
really
Cod Camper, but all very, very close. Oh, Cod Camper's off track. That is very, very interesting. You would think that Cod Camper would... Yeah. I'm the steward for tonight.
I think that could be something to review.
Yeah, think that Cod Camper would know that Deflated Wee is on a different strategy. He's on the faster tyre. Which allows Max is in the grass, which allows Ethan to have a look, and he's on the outside of turn 4, but Max getting the traction, Ethan staying behind for now, as Wismitten comes into the pit lane for a move as he burns his battery, and with the use of DRS as well, Max goes defensive, Ethan goes to the outside of turn 1, as a very big lock up there. It's Deflated Wee also gets past Nico with the use of DRS as well. Italy looks to outbrake him as he looks to the inside and he goes very deep. Luckily there's no contact, that guy also goes deep as well. And next up for Deflated Wee will be Max in the Mercedes, Maximark.
You're going to get caught up by all the tyre runners.
That does mean that with 15 laps to go, it is still all up in the air as we'll stay on board with John as there's not many major battles right now, because the only battle right now is between David and that guy who which we will go back to and look into turn 1, because I believe that guy will try and make the move. As John sets the fast up of an 18.7, close enough.
Team.
And the hard way, as we got yellow flag. That is a Sauber. There's John. John is
John
round.
has been there.
John has been there.
We haven't seen a moment this big.
John is round. He's got wing damage. There is no safety car, so John is going to be having to pit again.
For what it was quite minor wing damage. Only left, right end plate wing damage.
But he comes into the pit lane to get it fixed. At the moment, even more shocking, as he now pits for another set of mediums to hopefully go to the end of this race. And he did they not repair his wing? Or am I just on something?
He didn't repair his wing.
They didn't repair his wing.
Oh, he's going to have to go rest the race with his wing now.
That is not good for the NA Championship leader and full-time NA champion.
He must have said it to auto.
As Deflated Wee comes into the pit lane to make his final lap, and Cod Camper goes through on his hard tyres. As Deflated... this is going to go... Ethan makes a move on Flipperlister, and Deflated Wee makes a move on both. Bit of contact. David has got a 10-second time penalty. That is not what David would want. As Flipperlister makes a way back past Ethan into 2. Bit of contact between the two, but Flipperlister is behind Ethan. As we're on the onboard, and Max will not try and fight and defend against the Deflated Wee, who has just picked for new tyres. And now has 3-second gap to Padge ahead of him. Alessio now, as we got yellow flag in the final corner. That is Cod Camper. Cod Camper is round, and I believe
wing damage.
There is wing damage, but there is no safety car. So I wonder what is going on. As Nico and that guy come into the pits, and Cod Camper looks to be potentially going to end even with the wing damage. He only pit last lap, so he will not be happy with whatever happened there. Cod Camper will get closer and closer and closer. It's like Jaws. And he goes to the ins outside, and will he get traction out of? They will, and that is a lovely move from Cod Camper there, Alessio. But Alessio will come across the line now to take the championship lead off Cod Camper, and will finish ahead of Deflated Wee, who's P2 in the Haas. Ethan, 17 seconds back, but we won't talk about that, will come across the line for P3. It'll be, I can't remember if he's got a podium yet in realistic tier, but he will get one here today if he hasn't. Cod Camper will be P4. Max, Padge, very close finish there. Max getting ahead of Padge. Flipperlister, P7. Killian was not able to get the fastest lap, if I remember correctly. That guy and David will cross the line P7 and 8. Or 8 and 9, apologies. With Nico crossing line P10 but gaining P9. I would definitely put a ringer on Alessio for doing the one stop, and Padge for gaining most places. Those are my two callies for the driver of the day, as Alessio will celebrate his win and taking the championship lead off Cod Camper. Yeah, Jack, it was a good race from you. I really enjoyed watching your stuff after the race.
Got P3 apparently staying on 89% time.
Wow. But anyway, to end out this race, we'll go through the turn order. Alessio P1, Deflated Wee P2, Ethan P3, Cod Camper P4, Max P5, Padge P6, Flipperless P7, P8 goes to that guy, Nico P9, David P10.
He is 1/10 down on his time.
Provisional pole sitter is not improving as it currently stands, as everyone is on track, but not everyone is doing runs, as Ethan goes off and he's invalidated his final run, so there is no improvement there for the provisional pole sitter. I was going for provisional pole sitter, as Tommy Red has backed out of his run, so He will not improve, so he'll be starting P13. Which means next up to the line is Jax. He's 2.5 tenths up as it currently stands. As he's invalidating, he's gone too far on the final corner. He's gone into the curb, so he has invalidated.
Yeah,
So he will not improve and starting at the maximum of P3.
21.6 would have put him on the front row.
Nico goes P4, very, very close times with him and Jax there. David is not improving, so he will start a maximum of P5. Next up is... There was Cod Camper in there, I missed completely, who did not make it into the 21s. We got the other Mercedes of Max, who goes second fastest. Which leaves Deton and Killian and that guy, who I'm not sure if is on a run, but Deton will cross the line next. And he improves to P9. Very good improvement there from the other McLaren. As who's next?
That guy.
Oh, Killian has run out of fuel.
Oh dear.
And then that guy is also pit as well, so there is no improvement, which does mean that Ethan will be on pole.
Monday in Qatar, Ethan gets a good launch. The deflated pips Max down the straight into turn 1. Liam round the outside. He's going to come in the inside corner. He gets the first place position after turn 2. He's been looking for a move as well behind, but it's good.
Deton has made his way up the field as Tommy Brett has fallen down the order slightly, and Cod and David are fighting into 4. Max and Jax are swapping positions as well, as Jax has a look, potentially, but is not able to make anything. Will be able to catch back up using that Red Bull power. As Deton looks to send it, and Deton's round! Deton is round, he's got very unfortunate there.
Although he is going to fight it actually, a bit of wheel banging as he looks around the outside.
Max and Ethan are fighting into 3, they're still side by side. Max does make the move stick, there's lovely battling between the two.
On 2, Ethan on 1, amongst others.
Oh, as Cod Camper goes down the inside of Jax. Jax is able to make the move stick on the inside for now, but Cod Camper is looking very racy as he goes on the outside of turn 4. There is not enough room there for 2 cars, so Cod Camper...
in the hards, it would be a couple, it would be like lap 8, I guess.
So
quite
Ethan
hard to
makes
say.
maybe Max's hard tyres are still going off as Cod has made the move on Jax.
Over the RS, he's 4th now, he's up 8th place on the grid as you're on lap 12.
There we go. The Flated Wee is in for his pit stop. Wizard Mittens, that's the fastest for the race, and I believe that is Tommy, who is round.
Is that
is round.
safety car? There's a safety car.
Oh my god, there's a safety,
safety car.
There's a safety car in this race, so Ethan is going to be laughing. Deflated Wee is... Oh no! He's missing a front wing. That explains it.
We were looking for some intrigue. So we've got our intrigue. Not
going just yet.
And he has gone.
He is gone. He is gone. He is go, go, go.
That was probably not the best safety car restart. The train is very close. Got people looking for moves here. Nico around the outside into turn 1. He's looking for the move. Long side.
We've got yellow in the background. I don't know what that yellow is for. As Killian makes his way past Max. Wizard Mitten is having a ding-dong with David and comes out the driver ahead. The hard tyres is going to have a look around the outside. He's
a piece of wing just come off there for Wizard.
That was the 50-meter brake board at turn 4.
I've got the
Ethan's got one as well. So this puts Nico into the net lead. How many warnings is Nico on?
I'm going to check that now. Nico, he's not got a single warning. Oh, he's got 1 warning from lap 16.
Could make all the difference between getting a move done. But Cod Camper is a smart racer. He will know that he does not need to overtake
But he gets a penalty as well. That means Nico is in the best position here in the top 4 with 10 laps to go.
If you could see the smirk on my face right now after after cursing another driver tonight.
Oh yeah, oh no.
Still leading this race.
Yeah, Ethan leading this race, as you say, it sorts.
Ethan's still leading this race as it currently stands. Ah, there it is! There it is! I don't know why I'm celebrating, but there it is. Nico getting his 3-second time penalty. So every single driver in the top 5 has got a time penalty, which means it is still Ethan for the net lead.
No. Max is in 6th. He's at the back of the train. He's not too far away, and he doesn't have a penalty.
But yeah, fighting has allowed Max to get in the back of this train. This could put him in for a great position. Maybe even if he gets some moves done, he might be able to sneak the win away from the top drivers. Like, I really don't want to do the maths at the moment. As deflated Wee gets past Nico. So maybe the medium tyres are falling off even more.
Oh, Max right now. Sorry.
It's a round where the medium tyres are falling off as Nico has been overtaken by Cod as well. A contact between the two, but Cod stays ahead. Cod makes the move. Wade very much struggling, and there will be a fight between the two Mercedes drivers. As Max will be on the outside for turn 2. Nico leaves the room. There is contact between the two. A slight contact as Max stays behind 4 now. As you can see in the background,
Liam's going for the overtake.
Deflated Wee does make the move. Deflated Wee is in the proverbial lead of this race. He does have... Cod is going to have to go for the move on the final lap. And Cod will make the move. And will he stay ahead? He goes off track. So a bit of contact between the two as Nico has retired from the session in the pit lane. It was not the best race from Nico. He got caught out with strategy at the end, but Ethan is behind Cod Camper. And I believe he'll get past Ethan. He might still take the win, you know. I can't do it. Cod P1.
P2.
Max is P2. Max gets P2. Ew, look at that gap. Look at that gap. 10, that is so unlucky. That is so unlucky. As Max gets P2, Cod P1, Deflated Wee P3 as other drivers crossing the line. Wizard Mitten has been trying to get the fastest lap. And will he get it? And same with Padge. We'll see if Padge can put in a good attempt. As Wizard Mitten gets a 23.8.
So in his 11th race, Max misses off the win by 11 thousandths of a second.
That is absolutely... As Padge gets the fastest lap. There's no fastest lap point, but Padge gets the fastest lap. Wizard Mitten got a puncture, that's why he pitted. Yeah, this celebration exists. Yeah. Cod Camper celebrating another win. He takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship in realistic tier. He has driven 90% of the races he's competed this season in a stake.
Takes the lead from Alessio, who hopefully should be returning next week. But that safety car truly changed the race.
It changed everything, and I've unfortunately been black screen. So do you have?
Yeah. Pod from Max, Liam, Ethan, Killian, that guy, Tommy, David, Deton, Jax, Wizard, Padge.
Padge stays P13. This is getting very difficult to catch up. We've got Flipperlister up next. He pushes himself up to P7. Rothwell is next. He pushes himself up to P8. Williams of Killian is up next. He's only up 2/10, but that's still enough for P6. Deton pushes himself up to P12. Max pushes himself up to P6, and last but not least will be Björn Beast, but that is it for this qualifying session. Wouter has got a pole position. I believe this is his first pole position in realistic here this season.
Yeah, let me just double check that one. Yes, it is. I did catch an incident. I think Pad was on a push lap where it was a bit close between him and Liam when Liam was trying to let him through. I've got a clip of it if it's needed, but I did catch that.
The run down to turn one. Killian getting a bit lost out to John as Björn Beast has a look down the inside of deflated Wii, and they are side by side through turn 2, 3, I think. And there is slight contact there between Björn and deflated Wii, and there is movement all over the pack. John went into the back of a Mercedes, but I think everyone is staying fairly calm for now. Great move, and he goes to the inside, and there's yellow flags in the back, side by side. Wuta has been pushed off track, and he might get a track limit penalty. It comes on very riskily, and Wuta has now being passed by deflated Wii. This is all track and action here, as deflated Wii's on the inside in the final corner. There is enough room there, but he's not able to make the stand. What the hell is going on here?
On turn 9, but Björn shuts the door behind it.
I'm going to stop you there. John and Killian are going side by side. There's contact between the two cars, the Williams of Killian, and John losing out. As there's a bit of contact there between him and Wiz and Mitten. Has he got wing damage? He is losing. He has lost an end plate. Mistake. I think John is really struggling out there. He's not been able to gain any positions, but deflated Wii on the move round the outside of Björn Beast. And that is a lovely move. It is identical to, very similar to the move he made in NA corner, which he called the best overtake he's ever made in his life round the outside of two cars. We're on board with deflated Wii, and he looks to make the move round the outside. Wuta leaves the room, and deflated Wii makes the move on the Ferrari. Björn and deflated Wii going through the chicanes. Bit of contact there. Part is coming off the front wing of Björn's car, but no damage was caused. They're going 3 wide here. Deflated Wii's in the middle. This is very scary. Floor deflated Wii, and Björn is off track. Björn has lost the lead of this race. He's down to P5. Deflated Wii, I think, had a slight spin there. Don't quote me on that.
Hey, we've got deflated Wii and Ethan bolting for the new tyres.
And Pageant. Oh, flipping this is round. That was... What happened there?
I didn't catch that myself.
I missed that too. Flipping G. As he deflated Wii now having a look round the outside of the fast right-handers. Bit of contact there, but nothing too serious as it currently stands. Swapping positions with Wuta and having a look here. No contact there. Wuta getting caught out. Maybe I think deflated Wii is known for leaving a lot of room. So I need to make his way past his teammates for the night, and Max and Björn are swapping positions.
I find this last week where we're having a lot of stuff going on, although nothing feels like it's going on. Then we get one of those things, which is safety car happens when this race turns itself on its head.
Race is becoming very strategic as Wuta has pitted for his hard compound tyres. Is out of this race, and
it's a safety car.
As Leo has retired on track. Very interesting there. Really good for deflated Wii and Ethan.
As I said a few laps ago, it's really going to turn this race on its head. It brings John and Flipless back into this race to win.
Very lovely battling from the two Ferraris, Williams and McLarens currently stands. Rothwell is the driver ahead at the moment in swapping places with Wuta. As Björn is out of the race, he is retired from this race, so the current P3 in the driver's standings is looking on for a good result. He has decided to retire from this race.
It's just
at the moment. He goes around the outside, lock up there from the Williams, but Rothwell is still on the inside. As always, with the use of DRS, Wuta will look to make it way past both the Mercedes drivers. Going through the chicane now, Wuta will have a better entry to exit of the chicane. And Wouter will make his way through to P3.
Cursing on potentially his 33rd win as Ethan has spun out of
Again?
whatever it is. I don't know what it is. But yeah, he is spun.
Ethan is round, which has pushed Wouter into P2. That is the second race in a row during Abu Dhabi.
The race. Just going to try the championship to the stands and I'll get back to you all.
As Ethan has made a lovely move round the... As Rothwell is round! And Rothwell has got a broken front wing. I think it's two... It's
safety
another
car.
safety car! It's another safety car! No way!
Oh my god, that's just to play it way.
No! Hit lane just in time. Ethan's got a drive-through! Ethan's got a drive-through, no! As Max continues on,
10-second time
lead.
penalty as he retires.
Ethan retires, yeah. The drivers are continuing on. Some drivers have continued on, but some have pitted. Deflated Wee being one of the ones that have risked the pit. You've heard Deflated Wee using his battery to make a move on Killian, and Deflated Wee is boxed in for now as we go back. Deflated Wee's going to have a look in the middle. He makes a move ahead of both of them. Both of them. Bit of contact between Killian and himself. Max gets pushed off track in the back.
What an overtake.
This has allowed a slight gap as Killian is now going to be caught up by Max and Nico. They're 4 wide. As contact there, Nico is round. Nico is round. There's currently a 5/10 gap between Deflated Wee and Killian, so this will not be a win on track for Deflated Wee unless he can get that penalty removed. But it's looking like, and it will be. So Deflated Wee will cross the line first using those soft tyres to affection, but Killian will cross the line for his first win in realistic tier. Max will come second for the second race in a row. John is P3 after being last early in the race.
That might be
there was a hell of a load of finishes below. We are P3. It is Killian.
What a race.
Max and John.
His 12th win in IIRL first A race. We just had it.
That was absolute
Let's go, Killian.
Madness. Killian wins. He is the current assist tier championship leader, and he has just won a race in realistic tier. That is great momentum for his race on Sunday. Won by Deton. But that is the end of this race. Our standings are the race results are Killian P1, Max P2, John P3, Wouter P4, Deton P5, Deflated Wee crossing the line first but dropping down to P6, Flipperless P7, Jax P8, Nico P9, Padge P10. I'm not sure if he improved actually, that's my bad. John is up next as Deflated Wee has left the session, which is not good.
Might be trying to get Frezzy in.
Maybe. Deflated Wee has left, but that means cars are gonna... Nico went P5, David then takes over P5, Alex stays P13. That guy is down in his previous lap time. Camper is on pole. That's good for Ethan if he wants a chance at winning. Killian is up next and it only improves by a 10th, so he's P9. Max will be P10. Shermanator is 3/10 up on his lap time.
Yeah, he is indeed. Ethan going through the penultimate corner. Now he's got the DRS not open. I think he's not going to be starting higher than P2, missing out on another pole position. And that is the order for the race, folks. We are underway for IIRL. Oh god, I'm a tear. IIRL here in the round 10 in the realistic tier championship. We've got a few cars going side by side, 3 wide between Killian and 2 others.
Oh, damage! There's damage in the back between
Killian, that guy, and Max. Massive shot. Seeing a lot of wing damage for Max, end plate damage for Killian, but end plate damage for that guy.
No safety car there. What? So in that guy, Killian has end plate damage. That guy has end plate both end plate damage. So John will be losing a bit of time out from the back of the Haas driver, who is looking to extend as that guy gets past Killian into turn 1.
John stays behind, and we do have an overtake David on Shermanator, and Shermanator on
contact.
David. Contact between the two Ferraris, and they stay in position, but Deflated Wee looking for an overtake on David into turn 2 does not happen. They stay behind already.
Oh, as Deflated Wee goes for a very bold move around the outside. Lovely move there from Deflated Wee. That will probably be the best overtake of the night, as that guy sets the fastest lap of the race. 6 of them all within a second of each other. Wonder if Johnson's going to attempt to make the move this time. He does look very feisty, and he is going to attempt to move around the outside. Cod Camper does stay with him. Of course, these two very well acquainted with each other in no assist. Rest of John, so I wonder if Cod is going to attempt the make move. He has, with the use of DRS, of course, you terminated as someone's in the brake boards. That is for Mercedes of Nico. Nico has just taken out the brake marker boards at turn 8, as Shermanator has got a 10-second time penalty from speeding in the pit lane. That is not going to help his race by any stretch of the word. Yes, we'll see it again. That maybe one of the fakers. Cod Camper goes in and John pulls out last second, as we see Cod Camper and Alessio coming in for their pit stops now, and that means that we'll probably see John and Ethan in at the end of this lap. Please, John comes in, Ethan comes in, Deflated Wee and David continue on. John's got a 10-second time penalty. We were saying this. We were saying this was going to be an issue at the start of the race. Of course, it is a 37 mile per hour pit lane speed. That John is not within the DRS of Cod Camper, which is what he'll want to be, because even though he has got that time, it's 10-second time penalty from speeding in the pit lane.
Seconds.
And John getting past Deflated Wee as Alessio sets the fastest lap of the race. For is the end of the race. Cod Camper getting past John with the use of DRS moves. Yeah,
looking through the lap times, as he has another incident. Is that more damage for him? Or...
Is that Deflated Wee? Or... Yeah, Deflated Wee will be coming into the pit lane. He'll be dropping back behind Wizard Mitten and Alex. Maybe it's ever so closer to the back of this train. As John makes his way back through, those two trying to... Nico goes into the back of Cod Camper. He is not able to make anything, any move out of it though. John will allow Cod Camper through, but he fights it, and this is very nice between the two of them. John is fighting it, and he will have a look down the inside. I thought there was going to be contact there, but John is still there. John is still there. He's not there anymore, so that might be a very good race. He spun on Tuesday, he spun today,
but we do have Cod Camper line. Hopefully, if he can defend it, P1, another win for him, and should be extending his lead in the Drivers' Champion. He passes P1, John drops down at the line. Nico P2, Alessio P3, Ethan P5, David up to P5.
David P5. John will have to settle for P6. Shermanator will be one of the next drivers to cross the line for position. Alex and Killian have crossed the line. I believe Max might have run out of fuel. He is not.
2 podiums. That's your best ever result. Oh wow. And you were telling me a couple of days ago you had no pace here. This is how it all changes. You get driver of the day by the game as well. Always driver too. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Hard plays unite.
On his return drive. So that means for the end of this race, Camper P1 Nico P2, Alessio P3 on return, Ethan P4, David P5, John P6 after getting that 10-second penalty, that guy P7, Shermanator P8, Wizardmitten P9, Deflated Wee P10. Tuesday, Ethan avoids it, as now he is on the run up to Parabolic. Now he has not got a lot of battery left to play with. That Alpine not giving him enough juice as he would like. He probably needs to get a Duracell. Other battery brands are available. He has run out of battery to the line. He improves by 2/10, putting himself P2 with 3/10 off Deflated Wee, who is still on provisional pole. Next up to the line would be Helios, but he has invalidated, so he will be starting P12. Next up to the line is going to be Cod Camper. He is 2/10 up on his best lap time as it currently stands. As Cod Camper comes to the line now. He goes P2. He's just ahead of Ethan, so Deflated Wee looking very, very quick. Killian has crashed at the Ascari chicane. I can't wait to see that clip later on tonight. Shermanator is up next to the line. Max Sade P7. Shermanator going P5 in what was his worth track. And Willow on his return is a 10th up. He is P5 as Thursaz has left the session.
Yeah, they're just saying in the Discord they wanted to leave and they're continuing their streak of not finishing races from those they have turned up from.
Bloisy stays P10, and that's a lot of goings on there. Deflated Wee retiring from the session, that's fine. Everyone has finished now, so that does mean that Deflated Wee is going to be on pole, and that is another pole position for this race. First straight, will Deflated Wee manage to keep him? Wizardmitten looking like he got a very decent start there. He's got past Padges. Cod Camper and Deflated Wee are fighting into turn one. A bit of a lock up in the back from a McLaren. D-Tom making his way past Willow.
Ferrari's gone round.
The Shermanator is round. There was contact there on the first corner, but Deflated Wee managing to keep the lead for now. Cod Camper staying P2. Martin's in the wall. That is Bloisy. Bloisy is on the wall. He does have wing damage.
Ferrari's
not a safety car. And Shermanator's out of this race, and there's a safety car. There's an early safety car. This is really going to benefit everyone. Maybe even Wizardmitten, in fact, because he can get, of course, using that slipstream to effect. But he is not going to go for any moves as it currently stands. In the back, Max is getting past Nico, who is on the medium compound tyres with the front pack. In the background, Cod Camper getting his way past Max. Killian not looking for a fight versus Max and Deflated Wee. Wizardmitten getting past Bloisy of a second, so Killian now may make the move as Deflated Wee's tyres maybe do start to fall off, but it does look like Killian is maybe waiting. He has a look but does not decide to make a move. They are maybe waiting for the right time as Nico comes in for his first pit stop and maybe want to risk, as always the top 7 are all within this DRS train. As is actually coming on the hards now that I think about it. Early is Cod Camper and D-Ton fighting into the chicane, barely keeping it on track. Cod Camper, they're going to fight into the Lesbos, but D-Ton is going to fall behind. That is very, very, very nice move there from Cod Camper. Very respectful from D-Ton to give space. Willow got a 3-second time penalty. Willow's got a 3-second time penalty into the pit lane for his first stop. As D-Ton's got a 10-second time penalty. No! D-Ton! But getting past Ethan in this battle. He's got a lap pressure tyres. Killian locking up very, very much there. There's a lot of smoke there. That Cod Camper is now looking at the rear of that Williams as Willow gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane as he pits to get off those tyres. Cod Camper gets a 3-second time penalty at the exit of Lesmo 2. So this race is now all in favour for Deflated Wee.
Yeah, but all in favour for Deflated Wee. He can get his 31st win here today after his 31st pole position.
Next, that does mean that Deflated Wee is P2 and Max is now running P3. P3. Kodkamper will come out behind his proverbial teammate of the night, Willow.
He gets that.
And he's going for the move now. He's gone for the move into Parabolica rather than waiting for the DRS up. Will Wizardmitten continue on? Wizardmitten is coming in for his pit stop. Honestly, well done for taking those guys 15 laps. Willow being passed. Oh, contact that Ethan is round. That is very, very big for this race. Deton, very big contact there between the two there. Big Ray Anderson gets the place back, and Deton.
Ethan right onto the gravel.
Ethan not having a fun time after being spun round. Kodkamper's going for a move on Killian. Oh, that was close. That was very close there between Killian and Kodkamper. They're going three wide. They're going three wide. Willow. Oh, contact there between the two Salbers, and Killian maybe locking up and save him. The contact between the two Salbers. Oh, Killian is going to be licking
Kodkamper with a 3-second penalty.
He got that ages ago.
I'm an idiot. No, in my mind this time.
Oh, Prince Helios is round. That is, I think, maybe a risky move there from Deton, but Prince on this race ever since the safety car restart, and he will cross the line for his 33rd race win in the league, and he is going to be very, very happy about that as he crosses the line. Deton will not... He crosses the line, lets Deton cross the line, so Deton will have a chance at the fast lap. Kodkamper crosses the line, P2. Willow P3, but has got 19 points of seconds of penalty, so Killian will be P3. Max will be crossing the line P5, which is a great result for Max. He grows up to P4 with Willow's penalty, which means that Bloisy will cross the line P6, and I believe Wizardmitten will cross the line P6. Another great result. That's 2 weeks in a row. Great results for Wizardmitten. He's looking very, very well improved. Nico will cross the line P7 ahead of his proverbial teammate for the night. Padge will cross the line P9. Prince Helios on his debut will cross the line P10. He's been very, very unfortunate with this race. Great race from Wizardmitten. He is absolutely loving this track. He started last and got up to P6. He is a definite contender for the driver of the day vote, which means Tacit will do post-race in the commentary booth, and if you are in the Discord you will be able to see that. And if you are looking for a league to race in, please message put a message into the chat, and we can get you in contact with someone who can give you a league invite, as we could not find the command for it in the Twitch chat. But that is the end of the Italian Grand Prix for realistic tier. Deflated Wii P1, 33rd race win. Kodkamper P2, Killian P3, Max P4, Willow P5 after 19 seconds worth of penalties. Wizardmitten P6 from the back of the grid. Nico P7, Bloisy P8, Padge P9, Prince Helios on debut P10. Pole sitter Nico up next. Will he be able to convert it into a feature race pole position, as he sets a 26.3, which is just ahead of Filipilista, who is currently on a run. Next up to the line is Alessio, who is also obviously up, as his time was set during the wet period. Alessio goes P2, and then next up to the line will be Alex, who goes ahead of his teammate. Then we have the second placed man in the sprint race, Deflated Wii, who will put himself up to pole position. Kodkamper is up next. There's very, very close times there between Deflated Wii and, in fact, all three of them are within a 10th. That is big. That was Ethan who must have had a mistake on his lap time. Rothwell is up next and will go P6. Then it is Leo who will put himself on pole. Leo is on pole in the Alpine. That guy will go P8. Filipalista also retiring from the session. Prince Helios P11 and Padge will be P something. P12. P12 for Padge. That does mean that Leo is on pole for the feature race.
Yep, the top three, I'll show you the top four, all within a tenth of each other.
Mate,
as well.
that's
Nico saying
ridiculous.
he's happy to be in that fight. Well, this is ridiculous, Sox, but it's not ridiculous in its tier. This is underway in Miami for round 12 of the realistic tier championship. A lot of tire screeching off the line. So that was almost going 4 wide into the first corner. Leo, albeit scuffling 3 wide on the exit. Bit of wheel banking there as Deflate Wee goes into pole position. Codcamp fighting back as well as Leo. He's got back to first place. Nico fighting behind, but we've got Alex behind us, dropped down to P14. Now, unlucky for him at the start, but now Leo again leading with Deflate Wee and Codcamper and the rest of our field.
There's something that should be stated while this race is going on, even though we refer to Codcamper and Deflated Wee as teammates, as Codcamper looking to overtake Deflated Wee right now, and they go side by side, pushing Deflated Wee onto the curb, and Codcamper going slightly wide together. Codcamper will be ahead of Deflated Wee. It's very early pit stop there for Nico. He is on the pad, so to force himself into the 2-stop. As you Deflated Wee now looking to try and maybe make a move on Leo himself. As I say that, Leo does make the move, and Codcamper looking at being passed by Deflated Wee. Deflated Wee is on the inside, and Deflated Wee will make the move stick, so now it is his turn to try and catch up to Leo, who comes into the pit stop along with the other with the Aston Martin. So Leo and Filipalista coming in at the same time. Was into the pit lane. He's activated the undercut here, and he's going to try and push to the end. That guy also coming in, so that guy committed to a 2-stop as he will fight Ethan, who also comes in. Rothwell will continue on for probably one more lap. He, as Deflated Wee, will go on to the hard compound tyres. He's on 6-lap old medium tyres, so Killian making light work of the Aston Martin. Deflated Wee just choosing to hold back, and it's Deflated Wee contact between the two. Deflated Wee has not got wing damage. First contact between Filipalista and Deflated Wee, so that has meant that Killian has managed to just escape out of DRS on the plate damage, but Deflated Wee will now send it down the inside as Lesio will come in this lap and reach Leo back into first place.
Yeah, as Ethan also overtakes Filipalista in the race, Killian dropping back to the 5.
Yeah, Deflated Wee got past Killian into the... Ooh, battle for the front. Codcamper has got past Leo with the use of DRS, so hard compound, medium compound tyres. He will, but potentially with 7 laps left, it is still possible. Deflated Wee getting past Codcamper with the use of DRS. We'll see how long this goes. Codcamper, my apologies, going deep, and this is going to allow Killian to having a slight look. Ease the back of Killian, and even though they all have DRS to each other, Rothwell now looking, but he is not able to make the move. But up at the front, Codcamper making moves, but there is contact
Rothwell
between the two.
For people. Sorry, he's looking for Killian around the
That
outside.
is fine. There was contact between Deflated Wee and Codcamper. Nothing looked too serious about it. They are still in the running order that they were. Nico with the 2-stop strategy is in P5 and Leo is in P6, but they're all in this fight for the final lap of this race. Do not go anywhere, as there is a lock-up! There's a lock-up there from Codcamper! Oh no, it's from... Yeah, Codcamper's now dropped down to P4! Oh my...
Rothwell, oh my god. Oh no, but he has to cut the track.
Contact!
Oh, Codcamper, and then he overtakes him. It's 4. There's so much fighting here.
Oh no, my god!
Nico fighting as well. He's going to get me for. Oh my god! I think they ended up 4 wide. That is the craziest thing I've
This has
ever
now
seen.
turned into a 2-horse race because of Con Camper locking up between Killian as Nico gets past. As there is a yellow flag. That is Leo has had an issue. For a podium, Rothwell also around the outside, maybe looking at a move on Con Camper. Rothwell has made the move on Con Camper, but Con Camper will look around the outside. Rothwell looking very, very nice there. They're still side by side, but Rothwell able to make the move on Con Camper, and going to be Killian or Deflated Wee. Who has got enough battery for this win? Killian has the DRS. He is burning. Deflated Wee goes defensive, but he is not close enough with the lock-up from
the inside.
Deflated Wee, but Killian is not close enough, so this win will be for Deflated Wee. With all that battling, Killian goes P2, Nico P3, Rothwell P4, Cod Camper P5. Maybe his tyres just gone off too much at the end. Leo P6, but Alessio will take P7, that guy P8, Flipperlister P9. Again, this is his second win in the row. Pulling out. There are 2 Austrians on the podium. When will we see that again? Maybe next week when we go to Baku.
Just me for Azerbaijan streaming next week.
But that is it for the feature race there. Deflated Wee winning, Killian getting P2 at the end of it there after starting P8. Nico P3 in both races. Rothwell P4, Kokampa P5 falling out at the end. Alessio P6, Leo P7, that guy P8, Flipperlister P9, Padge P10, Helios P11. The Realistic Tier Championship early on in the season has unfortunately missed a couple of, I think it was 2 races, so that has taken him out of contention slightly, as Wizard Mitten is out of the session. I believe that's actually a DNF. I believe that was on track. He went into the wall. That guy has joined just in time. That is very, very good timing there from that guy to make it out just in time. Sorry, we're not on board with the man who is going to be crossing the line first. He has got the fastest Sector 2. Don't worry, Wizard Mitten. I'd love to see a clip of that. I think that's funny. But I hope your race will go better. Alessio crosses the line, stays P7. P6. John goes up to P3. Next up to the line is going to be Falcon. He's 3/10 up, goes P11 ahead of Wizard Mitten. Ethan is up next, goes P5. Mercedes of Nico is up next, doesn't make it to the pole position. Campus stays P4. Championship leader is P4. Killian is up next. He's got a 4/10 improvement. He has the improvement to make it into pole position, and Killian's going to get it. Killian's on pole. Rothwell is up to P7. And that means it's just Tacit left to go, but Killian is going to be on pole position for this race. So maybe he's looking for a jump on Alessio. He's 15 points off Alessio in 3rd. But that is it for the qualifying session here in Azerbaijan for Realistic Tier. Killian is on pole. Very, very tight gap there with Deflated Wee and Nico, who are P2 and P3. John is P4, Codcamper P5, Ethan P6, Rothwell P7, Alessio P8, Leo P9, Flipperlister P10, Falcon P11, Wizardbitten P12, Padge P13, Tacit P14, and that guy P15. It's 5 red lights, and away they fly! Lovely little start from the hatch there of Cod Camber. Having a look down the inside of John, but Deflated Wee does make the move into P1 from the start. John having a look on Nico. Does a lovely move there from Nico. A lovely dive! There's a big dive there from Tacit. I think that was Tacit. Tacit is round. He's got a 10-second time penalty for a collision there. Tacit getting involved with many drivers there. For apologies that I was focused on the Tacit thing, but I saw him go deep, and that was mental there. You got Cod Camper and Ethan now fighting in through turn 5 and his wings. Killian and Wait, what? Deflated Wee getting lost behind Nico, so he's lost 2 places as Falcon and Flipperlista are entering the pit lane. I believe Tacit are having a wing replacement as well. Killian is back through on the lead. I don't know what happened to Deflated Wee. Go back up to the front of the grid now. Killian still leading the way here. Rothwell maybe looking. Oh, Rothwell's out of the race! Rothwell's out. Safety car! That's a safety car! That is Rothwell out of the race. He's hit the inside wall of turn 3, and that is the first safety car of this race. And I apologise to Rothwell to catching the end of that. And Wizardman's got a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. That is not what he would have wanted. There's still part there, sir. Rothwell is now out of this race. He was has been very, very much caught out there by Nico. So maybe as we go, there is a battle. As there's a terrible camera angle. They look like they're going 3 wide. Camper, Killian, and contact there between that guy and that guy loses out to Deflated Wee, and there's a whole load of position changes there. This is very, very chaotic safety car restart there as someone, the Aston Martin's gone into the wall. That I don't know if that was Leo. That might have been, that was Leo. Well, of course, is the 4-time NA champion, is looking for a 5th. Of course, he did miss NA Miami last week, so he is slightly in the down running at the moment. But he did. So the gap between Deflated Wheat and John in NA, in no assist, I believe it's 3 points going into the final 2 rounds. Not have, yeah, is done the one. So John getting past Leo now, as very, very respectful. Very, very respectful there from. Oh, John's been put in the wall by Leo. That's not good. John has got away scot-free with wing damage, but Leo there pushing John maybe a slight bit too much. No, just maybe getting caught out on the brakes there. And oh, Leo's in the wall behind. Leo has been put himself into the wall. He's got a little bit of understeer, maybe a bit oversteer there. Side by side, I say side by side, but they're very, very close on track. As Nico comes into the pit lane after 18 laps on those tyres, so Ethan will go through to P3. Deflated Wee getting passed by Killian, so Killian is now up to P4. Flipperlista getting past Nico in the pit lane as well. As now Killian will have the DRS. He is very much close enough to make the move. You might even see Deflated Wee go for it as well. Killian pulls over to the right on the right hand side of the track, and so will Deflated Wee. It's a double pass for Deflated Wee and Killian. They both get past Ethan. Deflated Wee will maybe could potentially look at overtaking Killian. I don't know why he would. I think he might just want to sit in the back of the Williams. Ethan is also hoping not to be passed by John, who, I mean, John does have not having 3-second time penalty, so John's round! John is round! No way! John has got slightly over the curve, and Ethan might actually be able to keep P6. He got what he wanted. That is a curse if I've ever seen on Wizard getting a 3-second time penalty here. Rothwell, what is that? Wait, Cod Camper's got wing damage. Cod Camper went into turn 1. Could Alessio, with that wing damage, be on for a win on his return to the Alpine? He's got 1.8 seconds. This could be close. During this little windy section at the end of turn 1, start of sector 1 and the start of sector 2. It's at 1.6 seconds. It does look like it is going to be a win for Cod Camper. There is no reason to breathe, Johnny B. This is big. Cod Camper now is very much safe. going into this. He's got 1.6 second gap there. Alessio does not have DRS, so that is going to be a win for the less winged Cod Camper. Alessio will cross the line to finish P2. That's another win for Cod Camper. Killian has been able to keep P3. Oh, very, very close there from Deflated Wing. It's very, very close on the line. They might have tried going for an equal thing. Nico gets P5. Ethan will cross the line P6 but get P7 as John goes into the wall. That is P6 for John on after the race finish. Padge is on for a great result of P8 here. Of course, Padge does not like taking part in qualifying. He'll always do one lap and then retire. So Padge will cross the line P8. Flipperlister P9. Falcon will cross the line P10 on his return or on his debut for a realistic tier. That guy will cross the line P11. Cod Camper will celebrate his race win. Very, very questionable race win towards the end there. Very, very sketchy. Looked like Alessio could maybe catch on into the DRS and maybe push himself for the victory, but it was not to be tonight, as the champagne or water or whatever is in those bottles will be sprayed everywhere. Driver of the day in the Discord post-race, but that is Cod Camper crossing the line P1, finishing P1. Alessio P2 on return. Killian P3, Deflated Wee P4, Nico P5, John P6, Ethan P7, Padge P8, Flipperlister P9, Falcon P10. He's 4/10 up, which looks to put him about P7. Let's see what Captain Aiden produced. Marlboro is out of the session. That is unfortunate. So he invalidated at turn 1. That means Cod Camper is going to be next. Can he improve? He's improving by a 10th. Will he get pole? He has pole position, provisional pole, as you can. Deflated Wee's taking it! The championship protagonist has taken it. Ethan goes P4. He didn't bottle. Great news from Ethan. Nico is up next. He's looking for it. Can he get it? Nico, will he get it? He's P2! Oh,
separated by 3,000.
Killian's invalidated.
Separated by
Rothwell's
3,000.
And that means that guy will be next and probably last other than Deton. So that guy will go up to P6. And Deton, can he improve? Can he get ahead of Padge and Wizard Mitten? He can get ahead of his teammate Wizard Mitten. What a qualifying session there. You can see the times. Deflated Wee, Nico, Cod, Alessio, all within a tenth of each other. At the end of short qualifying there is P1 ahead of Nico, who is P2 by 3,000. Cod Camper 500ths back from Deflated Wheat. Alessio P4, Ethan P5, that guy P6, Killian P7, Marlboro P8, Rothwell P9, Captain Aiden P10.
Lights out and away we go for the penultimate round as Deflated Wheat gets a strong getaway. Nico falling back slightly compared to him. Car slightly nipping top as we go into turn 2. Fiora takes you Deton, overtaking Marlboro as well. As the McLaren trying to the field a bit, no contact here, it's all clean. As that guy overtakes Killian, Aiden overtakes Wizard Mitten for 11th place. And we also got Rothwell overtaking for 8 as well. Deflated Wheat is
oh, Deflated Wheat's in the gravel!
gravel!
Deflated Wheat's in the gravel! No! Nico has taken Deflated Wheat! No! What's he doing?
Deflated Wheat is taking a page out of Ethan's as we can see. The cars now go through turn 9 of lap 1.
Are being set. Cod Camper does have it until I say that. Ethan has it, and Deflated Wheat is going to go for the move round the outside of the straight on Nico, as Johnny B gets past Wizard Mitten at the back of the grid for
Killian has had a major mistake, so he's gone a bit deep into turns 2 and 3. Ethan gets by and the train has split.
There's a yellow. That's Marlboro. Marlboro's round. I think he might have had a collision with Captain Aiden. He was looking for a move. Apologies for the interruption.
The Venus train undoubtedly will be helping with the highway. He goes onto the grass a bit there to get past the plate.
And Nico gets past Deflated Wee, and it looks like Cod Camper might be within a shot of getting past Deflated Wee as well. Alessio also looking into
Quad
this
camper
fight.
on
This
the
is
inside side.
Quad Campers on the inside. Contact between the two, and how they kept that so clean, I do not know. Of course, there was little bumps there, but how? Oh, deflated wheeze! Oh no, deflated wheel has left Alessio through, and there's a yellow in the background. That is Captain Aiden. Captain Aiden is round. Deflated wheel's got a 3-second time penalty.
I want to investigate the race director. That may be all the same time.
Deflated wheel's got track limit penalties. That means
He
he's
got
down to P6.
Yeah, he got his first warning. Sorry to put in there. Not the first warning on lap 7.
Bro, so maybe there is something going on there. Nico's still the lead. He's still out. Camper is not in DRS yet. Alessio is within DRS or Camper, so you might imagine there will be a switch here if Alessio can gain enough. And round the outside is onto the grass slightly, but nothing too serious there. He's gone deep. He's gone deep, which might allow Quad Camper to go back through. Round the outside, Quad Camper's on the gravel. I don't know why I went so in that, but you know, Quad Camper was in the gravel. I thought there might have been a spin.
And Alessio,
Quad Camper's
P2, but sorry to put in there, so.
Semi pushing Malmo through these corners. He's that close. Will he go for a move into Tosa? He will. Look at it, and he'll go deep and lock up. And Alessio, there's contact between the two, but Ethan has got past Alessio via that contact. Ethan making the move on Marlborough into Piratella. Ethan's round! Ethan's gone off the relaxer! He's rolled it!
He's done it again! He's done it again!
He's done it again! Back up to the front of the grid now. Ethan has retired in the pit lane. Deflated wheel getting passed by Nico. Ethan, what are you doing? Quite deflated wheel's in the gravel! No!
Oh my god!
Deflated wheel's in the gravel! I think that's the real Killian! Killian's on the spin as well!
That's your local yellow. That could have been a safety car valve. That was another one. That unleashes Nico. This is the drama that you can only see here in the realistic tier.
Deflated wheel has dropped to P5, Killian's P6, Quad Camper is ahead. After all this, Quad Camper is in P3, is in current P3. With both these drivers do not need to pit again.
Yeah, but they're both recharging through the first sector around the same ERS level as well. If anybody chooses to request an onboard, it's very close between these two drivers. And this will be the battle to watch for the rest of the race.
Wait, Alessio, will he wait or will he go for it? I imagine that guy, even with the track limit penalties, Alessio is going for it. Alessio is allowed through by Nico as Wisdom and gets Alessio going deep by the looks of it. They're going to go side by side or into Villeneuve. Maybe Nico just backing out. And Nico is not going to go for anything risky. They've still got 5 laps left of this race, and even with that, maybe as Marlborough gets past Patch, who does pit, so oh, okay, that guy gets another 3-second time penalty.
I think one of the very, very few drivers to not even get a warning. I think he's the only one.
Yeah, Alessio has 0 track limit penalties, Ethan. He has 0.
He has 0 warnings. He's one of the
0
drivers to not have a penalty, and the only driver to not have a warning.
That is, like I said, this is John levels of class.
He's not going to send it, I don't think, into Barriente Alta, but he's very close on the exit of it. The exit of turn 15, he's going to try and catch him here. The last chance to send it on lap 32 of 32 in the realistic tier, but I think he's too far back. 6/10 is not enough. The words evade me, but what doesn't evade me is Alessio crossing the line to get another win, as Nico's unfortunately just too far back.
Alessio's got it. Alessio back to the top step. Nico and P2. That guy will be P3. Quad Camper will be P4.
Making him your season 9 IIRL realistic tier champion.
Yeah, Quad Camper is champion. Congratulations. Rothwell will be P5, Killian will be P6, Deflated Wheel getting another 3-second time penalty, so that will make sure that Deton is going to be P7. That's been a great drive from Deton. Deflated Wheel spinning over the line, knowing that his title hopes are officially finished. Will be unfortunate with their races. Alessio getting his first win with 0 track limit warnings somehow. but that will be his first win since Hungary before the season, the mid-season break. What a great race from this man.
Yeah.
Realistic tier champion. So with that being said, Alessio will be going down your finishers for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix finish. Alessio P1, Nico P2, that guy P3, Codcamper P4, Rothwell P5, Killian P6, Deaton P7, Deflated Wee P8, Marlboro P9, Captain P10, 5, and it is 5 red lights, and away they fly. Nico leading the way, bit of overtakes in the background with Codcamper getting way through some cars. Deflated Wee setting a great move on the Aston Martin of IIRL, and I believe Rothwell having a little moment there, maybe with Tacit getting caught up there. Killian making his way past IIRL looking down the inside, bit of tap on the wall there for Deflated Wee, but Nico is 5 tenths away from it's now 5 tenths ahead of Ethan. Currently you can see the strategy board there. Ethan's gone straight on. Ethan! No! Tacit has also had a moment at the turn 3. Codcamper has already made his way up to P6 using those soft tyres to a great effectiveness, even though he is in that Stake Alpha Stake F1 team kick Sauber him to stay ahead and see what the difference is. Codcamper getting past Aiden with those soft compounded tyres, so we'll see how long Codcamper will be able to last. He's got 2-second gap to Killian as it currently stands. Aiden, Codcamper falling down the order a bit. Padge also getting past Alpha Matty as well, including Con IIRL. As we go back to the front, Killian has now is now back in DRS of Alessio, but these three looking very like they're going to be together. We've got a yellow car, that's Captain Aiden, and the C is a VSC. It is a VSC. It's the first, so we don't know what happened there with Captain Aiden. It looks like it's just gone straight on at the Anderson Bridge, maybe hit a wall. I don't think Ethan puts up a fight there, knowing that they just be holding each other up. What Killian can do and see if he can get past Alessio. He's making a move around the outside here. This is beautiful. So gets very, very tight with track limits. He still will have the DRS, so will Alessio fight this? It is going to be a drag battle down to turn 16. Killian is ahead, but Alessio has the inside line, and Alessio will allow Killian through. As you can see, there it is. Tacit retiring in the pit lane. Very unfortunate for his race. He got caught out there. Doesn't think there is going to be a safety car. But if he's going to do the one stop, he'll continue on for a couple more. Oh, very, very big dive ascent there from Nico on the on IIRL. I'm getting names confused this race. Killian, who has now been able to catch up, a very big slide there for Rothwell. It seems like he is not going to put up a fight, which would now allow Killian to pull through and now try and got a 10-second gap to make to Deflated Wee. You guys could. The only one that's probably going to make it to the end could be Killian. I imagine Killian will go to the end. It's just going to be dependent on who tries to go to the end here, and the gap being 6.1 seconds as IIRL does now come into the pit lane. They've activated the undercut on Nico. Okay, here we go, as my old man Fabrizio Romano would have said. Aya now P3. Is Nico going to come in, or is he going to go on for another 9 laps? Johnny B in the chat saying that he doesn't think that Nico will be able to carry on, but we are going to sit on board with Nico for this lap. What will he decide to do? Alex getting a 10-second time penalty in the pit lane. Come out ahead, and Aya now going to put the battle on for his life. Alessio is now going to be leading the race. Camper with a 3-second time penalty. Nico has 8 seconds to gain. Jennifer Alfamati has retired, and that is another VSC. That is not a full course safety car. Irasqua. No! Aya! No! No! Aya! No! Oh! Oh, that's made. And he's got a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And he's chosen to retire there. Aya, you were having such a good race. Aya! Wait for the DRS. Will he be able to make the move now? Look, he's going for it down the inside of this bend. And will Alessio fight it? I don't think he is. Ethan getting a time penalty. That does mean that it's going to be Nico on for a race when he's got 5 laps of driving left. As Cod Camper and Rothwell having a lovely, lovely battle here. Round here is it's not yet time for Rothwell to make the move. Does mean as Rothwell and Cod still not in that shape. Oh, hang on, Alessio and Deflated Wee. Something I completely missed. Contact between the two. Deflated Wee is going to finish ahead on track, but is going to be P2 for Alessio as Alessio. Oh, big lock up there from Deflated Wee. Nico crumbs across the line to win the race. Deflated Wee will cross the line P2. And Alessio will cross the line P3, but it'll be P2 for Alessio. Killian getting P3, great race there from Killian. Deflated Wee being P4. Rothwell will be P5 as Cod goes straight on. So that would allow Ethan to get past as Cod Camper spins. Rothwell will be P5, Ethan will be P6. Cod Camper, your realistic tier champion. As Cod Camper is doing donuts, so he will not be. So is Ethan actually. So there is a little donut train going here, which will push Alex up to P6, even with the 10-second time penalty. Padge is going for the fastest lap. Padge gets the fastest lap and will be pushed up to P6. So a good result there from Padge. But that is the race win for Nico. Right there, he will be celebrating this win, and